Hello everyone, welcome to this week's newsletter. I'm back in my usual surroundings with the actual whiteboard in partnership with Driving Auto Centres behind me. Back where I belong, I've had my break, absolutely incredible. Glen Eagles was probably the best golfing place probably the best place I've ever been to. One experience. I'd recommend everyone to go out and play. In fact, you know what, we might do a little segment on this later on. But in the meantime, let's go on with the whiteboard. There's a lot to get on with, a lot of results. So we'll get on with the results first, as always. Last Saturday, was the dawn chorus. So it's all when everybody gets out up really early. If I remember correctly, it used to be really early when I was a kid. But anyway, 6:30 start. We get as many people as we can. They go and play their golf, come back, have a breakfast. Great little morning, fantastic morning. So let's just quickly do the results from the dawn chorus. In second place, the team in second place was Mark Stanley, Paul Dale, Paul Rhodes and Al Patel. So well done to you guys. And in first place, the winners were Lee Grice, Neil Coles, Colin Harris and Louise Thomas. So well done to you guys. Obviously, did some good scoring there. I think I haven't got the results. I haven't got the scores with me, but some good results were there. Right, let's get on to last Sunday, which was a mixed par. And then let's go into Division 3. Well done to second place was Malcolm Cooper. In first place was Jim Henfield. On a side note, Jim Henfield did buy a new 3-wood off us and he said he's hitting it unbelievably and that's why he became first place last week. Jim's words. In Division 2, in second place was Paul Stevens and in first place was Paul Jones. And in Division 1, in second place was Mark Stanley. He had a good weekend, second place both days. And then in first place was Gordon Higginson, who also bought a driver off us a couple of weeks ago, the new G440. So well done to you guys. Right, let's get it up. There it is, the course analyst. The easiest hole was the first, as we always expect it to be these days, at 0.43 over par. And the highest was the 12th, which I haven't had the 12th for a while, have we? I don't think, which was 2 over par. And there was 4 birdies on the 8th hole, so well done to you guys. Sometimes it's worth going for it in a par. When you haven't got that scorecard like a medal in your hand, it's sometimes worth going for. So that was Sunday. So let's get that down. There we go. So then what else we had? We had Wednesday last week into Sunday as well. The ladies Kay Adams Salva. In second place was Jackie Surplus. And in first place was Tracy Plant. So well done to you guys. Let's get it up. There we go. The easiest was the first with 0.67 over par. And the hardest was 3 over par. So I imagine that pin was probably a little bit tricky, if I remember correctly. And there's 3 pars on the first hole. So well done to you ladies. Right, let's get that down. Right. Now, when it comes to the newsletter, I'm meant to be like the BBC and have a bit of impartiality. I'm not meant to have any bias towards anyone. I'm just happy for everyone who gets mentioned. But when it comes to the next bit with the seniors, I apologise, but all my impartiality will go out the window. But when you see why, you'll probably understand. So, the seniors had, a couple of days ago, they had their Stableford. They played against Kings Norton, which I will get the results for that as well later in the newsletter. But when it comes to this hybrid Stableford, in second place was Alan Todd. And in first place with 21 points, my dad. Come on, Dad. Yes! He's been trying for ages, bless him. But I was buzzing when he came in and said he's got 21 points. Now, not that I was the reason, but I did say to Dad, it was his birthday a couple of days ago. I said, Dad, here, for your birthday, try these boards. And it was the Duo Softs with the track around it as well. He did say that it helped him line up a bit more with his putts and it made him concentrate a bit more. So, yes, Dad, come on. Right, back to impartiality. Let's look at the course analysts. There we go. So the first hole was the easiest with 0.85 over par, and the hardest was the third with 2.58 over par. And there's 3 birdies on the first. One of them was with Dad. Come on. Right, back to being impartiality again. So well done to you guys. Well done, Dad. Right, talking about the seniors, by the way, they've got their all sections invitational on the Tuesday, the 12th of August, which means any section can play. Men's, ladies, juniors, they can all play. The sign-up sheet will be going from the seniors to the foyer probably next week. So just keep an eye on that. I will mention it again next week. But if you fancy playing, it's a seniors invitation, all sections invitational. It's a great day. I think I might put my name on it this year, actually. It's a great day. have a look at it, guys, see what you think, and go from there. Ryan, that's all the results, I think. Yes, that's all the results. Let's quickly look at, talking about results, no. Seniors away, we won't mention it too much. They lost 7-0. We won't talk into more detail on that. So Monday we had the seniors were away. Sandvik Golf Society, that was great. Kings Norton, not too sure the results there. I will get the results by the end of the newsletter. We had new members night. The top up from the first one with the members who joined in between. They loved it, absolutely great. Something that we will be doing every year now, probably twice, 3 times a year. Just get the new members involved, know where to go, what the etiquette is, the rules, not the rules, but the etiquette basically, the rules. So absolutely fantastic night again. Unfortunately, I couldn't be there. I was too busy teaching, but I did show my face when I could. Ladies medal 18. Ladies medal 18 holes, which is Wednesday, which will be converted to Sunday. Scratch against the works. That's cancelled, so that's not a thing anymore. The seniors are away at Churchill and Blackdown. They're a busy weekend, they're the seniors. They're away on Friday to Churchill and Blackdown. We've got a little society as well with Chris Lees on Friday. Saturday we've got the juniors at Beauty Pine, so come on the juniors. What else we got? We've got the Leonard, Newey and Jack Bowen Cup, so Division 1, Division 2 and Division 3, and that's the singles par. Okay, so a par competition for a board comp. And then we've got another mixed medal on Sunday. Next week we've got the Pros Weekly Stableford. Now, this was meant to be this week, if you probably noticed, but because I was away and I didn't promote it enough, I thought it'd be best just to cancel it and delay it a week so I can talk about it. So, Pros Weekly Stableford, you can sign up on the app, you can sign into the shop. It's between Monday and Thursday, so you can play any days between Monday and Thursday. You just can't play it twice. So, for example, let's say you played it Monday, you can't play again on Thursday. You just got to play once, okay? So it'll be a competition that's over 4 days, but only 1 round. I hope that makes sense. If it doesn't make sense, come into the shop and we'll explain it. But yeah, that's next week. That will be probably happening twice a month as well, so keep an eye on that. Gives all the restricted members and all other people an opportunity to get into competitions in the week and not the weekend. So that would be fantastic. So please support that. West Midlands League start their knockout stages at Alton Golf Club next Tuesday. So good luck to the West Midlands League. The ladies got the Challingworth Cup next Wednesday. Got the Worcestershire Golf Society as also. Captain Exchange Day. It is on the sheet. I will go through it as well. But Market Drayton, they'll be coming here on the first tee reserve between 11 and 1. Have a look into the lounge because we get the members here. We'll get the chance to go to Market Drayton for that. Next Saturday, juniors against Hagley, mixed par as well just mixed par. Mixed Stableford on Sunday. The continuation of the Challingworth Cup from Wednesday. Scratcher away at Beauty Pines. The Worcester Handicap are away to Kidderminster, and the 17 to 24 are home to Beauty Pines. Deep breath. A lot to take in there. Any questions, obviously come and ask me in the shop or you know where I am, just contact me. So with that being said, the results and the whiteboard is done. Let's now go to the lounge. And here we are in the lounge. A lot is going on the golf side. There's also a lot going on this side as well. So let's just quickly go through it. Let's go through the interactive board first. My price list has gone, which is fine. It means there's more events. So we all know about my price list anyway, so don't worry about that. We've still got our socials. We've still got the terrace and the barbecue. Don't forget that. That will be the 17th of August, but as they get close to the date, we'll mention it more as well. Have a look on the interactive board, the HGC history from 1913. Some interesting names there. Walter Summers, I've heard of Walter Summers. Seth Summers as well. Some absolutely fascinating, basically the portfolio of some of the limited companies. So interesting to see. We also got a map of the, well, I'll say the course, but the map of Lisos. Got a real, don't know what that is. It looks like a church, doesn't it, somewhere? But it also got the course. That's quite interesting because you can see the 18th there, and there's barely any trees there. The course looks so open, especially around 3, 13, and 14. Always worth having a look there. It's always quite interesting. And also a little segment in the paper to do with Halesowen Golf Club. Ryan, what else we've got? We've also got Club Champs, but I will say it again, we'll do a little segment on that on its own. As now I'm back, even though I mentioned it last week. What else we got? We got the 4 pars. We got them also here next to me. So the 4 pars, they're 4 members. You might know them as Graham Durant, Gordon Hingerson, Al Patel, and Steve Jones. 23rd of August, £10 a ticket, 8 p.m. till late. All proceeds would go to the captain's charity. So go on that day, be a great little night. I have heard him actually rehearse. He's actually really good. Amy Winehouse tribute as well. When's that? Let's have a quick look. 22nd of August. So put your name down. Well, make sure you put that in your diary. Italian Night, which we will talk about more as well in a minute behind me. But we've also got Italian Night on the 17th of July. That's, I think, this week, isn't it? I've got the menu over here. We've got bruschetta, we've got tomato mozzarella, the main course, we've got seafood pasta, lasagna, chicken alfredo, dessert, tiramisu, obviously, gelato. So have a look on there. It's all on there. It starts as a $5.99 and the course is 3 courses are $21.95. So have a look on the main board for that as the menu. Let's quickly go back to here. Right, end of summer ball, which is the 27th of September. Let's just quickly go from there to over here. So, summer ball, 27th of September, a 6-course meal, right? That's quite good for £45. That's incredible. So, you've got canopies, starters, main course, champagne sorbet, it's lovely, and dessert as well. So, put your name, that is filling up very, very, very quickly actually. So, put your name down on there as well. We've still got the Harvest Festival as well, the 3rd of October. Obviously, I'll put all these next to me as I'm talking. But yeah, guys, coming in the lounge. It's always worth having a quick look, see what's going on. Just check the interactive board, check the other board as well. As I was mentioned in the whiteboard, the Market Drayton, the Friday the 18th. Just make sure you put your name down if you fancy playing there and swapping over. It's always worth coming into the lounge, guys. Just checking everything's okay. So after you play, just pop in, just check if there's anything you're interested in attending or any information or any cool quirky facts like the history of the golf club. So guys, it's always worth coming in and always having a look. Right then, done the whiteboard, done the lobby, which is always what we do in the newsletters. Let's continue with the rest of the newsletter. I'm in the golf room. Right, a couple of things to mention while I'm in the golf room. First thing first is we are slowly getting our Callaway stock in now. So next week, I'll be able to do a bit of a fitting guide or talk to you about our fitting cart or fitting kit and talk about what we've got, what clubs, what drivers, what irons we've got for you to be able to fit for you. So watch this week's newsletter. I'll make a conscious effort of getting all the clubs out and showing you and maybe having a few hits just so you can see. So just be aware, guys, we've got now Callaway, Wilson and Ping in stock. So I'll come down, book a fitting up and see what suits you. Well, that's that. Second thing is, I've got Loch Lomond golf course behind me, which is one of the most exclusive golf courses you can get in the world, up there with Augusta. The only way you can get to play is with a member. So I don't know many members at Loch Lomond. So if anyone is a member at Loch Lomond or knows one, please let me know. It's one of my bucket lists to play. Now this is obviously when I was on holiday. Now this time last week, I actually was on that water there on a little motorboat, which was quite cool to see the course. I was away for club champs. Obviously, well done to Rob Hawthorne, our club champion, and Jody Jones. Fantastic golf. I spoke to Rob. It sounded quite close as well. Now, I apologise, I wasn't here. That won't happen again next year. We booked the holiday before I started coming back outside working here. So, guys, sorry I wasn't here. But next year, I will be here. Let's talk about Loch Lomond, though, because obviously, nice course. And I played Glen Eagles and I played the Carrick at Loch Lomond, which was down the road this way. When you go away, guys, or you fancy a day away, go and do it. It's a great experience. It gets you learning the course, how to play a different type of course. I went to play Glen Eagles, as you know, and I had to make sure the greens were a bit softer, so I had to make sure I started landing at the pins. When I've come back in, I've had to start just thinking about where I've got to land it because of how warm it is. So it gives you an idea of how to play different courses, learn different skills, go and experience it, experience different courses. The more you do that, the better it'll be for your golf and the more enjoyable it is as well. And I've come back to Hellzone going, actually, you know what? I do like Hellzone. It's always going to be a part of me. I do like some of the holes. I like how they design. So yeah, go out, play different courses, experience it, and then come back home and you'll see, actually, Hellzone is quite nice. I quite like Hellzone. I can tell you now, the greens are absolutely great nick here as well. Anyway, let's talk about Loch Lomond. Obviously, I'm going to have a quick drive while I'm here. I haven't got the club in my hand for no reason. let's have a quick swing. Obviously, I need to make sure I am not going right because there's water there. And if I was in the boat last week, I'll probably hit myself. So let's try and hit a nice, good shot down the middle of the fairway. Oh no, go in that water. Get down. Uh-oh, come on, tree, save me. Yes. I'm saved, am I? Yes, I'm saved. Oh, thank God. I can play it as it lies. Amazing. Oh, perfect. Just not out of bounds just yet. So guys, yeah, go out there. That's going to be the only time I'll probably play the 6-hole, unless, like I said, somebody knows someone. Well, guys, let's get on with the rest of the newsletter. Down the practice area, and there's a couple of reasons why I'm down the practice area, is to remind you of some group sessions that are coming up. So we've got the first academy group session coming up, and we've also got the first junior class session coming up. So they're both going to be on Saturday, the 19th of July. Okay, we'll go through the, let's do the academy, the adult academy first. So the adult academy is going to be at 2 o'clock on Saturday, the 19th of July. Obviously, all you guys at Academy will know about it. I've been talking to you about it. We're going to be here at 2 o'clock. We're going to be down the practice area. We're going to be doing chipping. So I'm going to be teaching the technique of chipping because I haven't done that much with you Academy members yet. I've only been doing sort of big swings and full swings to get you going. I haven't done any small putting or chipping. So we're going to be chipping on Saturday, the 19th of July. And when you get here on Saturday, the 19th of July, there'll be a list. I'll be able to hand it out or text you, everybody. And there'll be a list of, like, not fixtures, but dates of when the academy sessions will be on Saturdays. And the more interest we get, I might be able to try and squeeze a midweek one in as well, if we can. So that's the adult academy. And that is going to be on Saturday, the 19th of July at 2 o'clock. 2 o'clock to 3 o'clock. Okay, so I'll probably say everybody can get here for about meet me at the shop at 1:45 to 2. We'll have a walk down. It takes about 10 minutes to get down here. Get your set up, explain what I'm going to do, and we'll go from there. So that's the adult academy. Juniors. Now, juniors, I'm going to do a 1 week. Well, just for this 1 week, I would tell everybody when they get here for the next ones, well, when the next one's going to be. But Saturday, the 19th of July, 10 o'clock to 11 o'clock. So 10 a.m. to 11 a.m. I was going to say p.m. then, but 10 a.m. to 11 a.m. It's going to be £5 a child. I'm going to start off just getting it small and building that junior section up and building the juniors up again. We're going to start from somewhere and you're going to start it on Saturday, the 19th of July. No need to book. It's going to be a turn-up session, so we might get loads, we might get a few. It's fine. We're going to build it up, and the more we build it up, the more we get into classes and groups and get the dates in that way. But I just want to get everybody to turn up with no obligation of having to come on particular dates. We just get a turn-up session. If you make it, great. If not, it's fine. There'll be another one in the future as well. So it's going to be 10 a.m. to 11 a.m. Saturday, the 19th of July. I'll probably say the best ideal age would probably be primary school pupils, and come down, have a taster. Like I say, 10 a.m. to 11 a.m. It'll be a £5 a child. I can provide the clubs, that's fine. Just let me know in advance if I need to provide the clubs. I'll bring them down and we'll go from there. So remember them 2 dates. You've got the Adult Academy, Saturday the 19th of July at 2 p.m. till 3 p.m. And then on Saturday the 19th of July, again at 10 a.m. to 11 a.m. will be the junior turn-up class, okay? So just 2 dates. There's 1 date, 2 times, remember, okay? Any problems, guys, don't be afraid to message me. You know where I am. So, yeah, Saturday the 19th of July, 10 a.m. to 11 a.m., junior turn-up class. And then you got 2 p.m. to 3 p.m., the Adult Academy. Also, while I'm down here at the practice area, don't forget to come down here, everyone. It's a nice little getaway, really. You could hit a golf ball here and be amazed that we're only like 10 minutes away from this, well, 15 minutes away from the city centre. It's a lovely, tranquil place to be, just practicing your golf. Granted, it's a bit warm with this heat, so down the bottom area is a bit shaded. It's quite nice. So, for example, if I was here, I'd probably be hitting some shots here. Quite nice in the shade. There is a shaded bit as well around the corner, which I'll explain more in probably the next coming weeks of how to use the practice facility the best way I do it with juniors in the past, and I do it with my lessons as well. So watch out for next week's newsletter where I'll show you how to practice effectively around the practice area so far. Anyway, let's go on with the rest of the newsletter. And here we are in a very shady 13th with Tim's request, because I can imagine it's been quite warm out there, Tim.
Yeah.
So while we are talking about weather, let's talk about the weather. It's been a hot one, hasn't it, Tim?
It has been, it has. I've actually written down a few stats. I've been on the website of the local guy who keeps the records for the Met Office. June's mean average temperature was the second highest in 70-year record.
Oh, wow. Okay. So.
And the rainfall for June was well below 50% for that month.
Okay. So.
I mean, an example of that, I just mentioned earlier, our pumps had one night off in the last 28 days.
Okay.
It's just running constantly. And then as we've mentioned before, we're doing supplementary hand watering during the day. There's areas that the sprinklers don't catch, or there's areas where it runs off.
Yeah.
And they dry out, so we've been supplementary watering.
Every night, apart from one, the water has been on them greens to keep making sure there's moisture and growth. And so obviously the water is to make sure it doesn't die, isn't it, Tim? But get a bit of moisture. That's why we have the water on the greens, isn't it?
Yeah. We don't want to use water to create conditions, playing conditions. We water just to keep the grass alive, keep it healthy.
Yeah, that's
the main reason.
It's a good way to put it, isn't it? So with the tough conditions then, Tim, what have you been doing?
Well, if I just go on a little bit more on the weather, a few more stats I got. He'd got the stats up for this spring, which is your March, April, May months. The mean temperature for those 3 months was the third highest on record, and their records go back 70 years.
Oh, wow, okay.
The rainfall was the second lowest in 70 years.
Oh, wow, okay.
So, we've had a dry warm start to the year. The average rainfall for that spring period was below 40% of normal.
Oh, wow.
And a comparison to last year, this year we had 67 mil in 3 months. Last year we had 250.
So that was my next not question, that was my next stat. I was going to say to you that I've known, obviously you've been here a lot longer than me. I've been here a fair few years. Got a lot of years between us, actually, Tim, thinking about it. More on your side. But I've never known such a dry start to the season, which was great at the beginning, wasn't it? But it was catching up. Would you say it's catching up with us now, making it a bit harder for conditions now, would you say?
I think the dry spring didn't really help us.
Okay.
As I mentioned before in previous newsletters, we got that grub activity underneath, which was holding the greens back, and the dry weather was holding the growth back. So they were a little bit slower to come on. Now they've come on. This sort of weather, as long as we can keep the water, it's not. That's good. It's not harming the greens.
Perfect. So that's a good stat, wasn't it? About the years gone by.
Yeah.
So sorry, Tim. So we've gone back to the weather. Let's go back to what have you, like I said, what have you been doing in these conditions? Really, what have you been out there doing?
Obviously the normal cutting processes, they slow down. Fairways normally twice a week. We drop that to once a week. We've even missed them out completely one of the weeks. Because they're under stress. We don't want to put excess stress on them with cutting what bit of grass there is, putting tyre marks on there.
Fair enough.
Semi-rough normally takes two full days to cut. Tom went round this week, cut every little green patch he could find in a day.
Wow.
It was all done.
Tees
as well. Tees with water on are growing well and need cutting regularly, but there's a lot of tees that haven't got water to them. That are suffering in the dry. But swings and roundabouts, it gives you a chance to do other things. All the hedges have been cut, which we don't normally do this early. We've done trimmed and weeded all the bunkers again, trimmed around all the bunkers, and continuing to get more sand redistributed and sand out in the bunkers. So those sort of things. Mentioned to you yesterday, we've got an area of the practice bunker down the practice area back in play. We will gradually increase that as and when we've got time. But there is about a third of the size of that bunker is now usable for practice.
Just let you know, guys, if you want to go down there, the middle section is actually spot on now to do some bunker practice. That's amazing. Thank you, Tim. And hopefully we'll spread that across the whole bunker. We won't go too much into practice area just yet. We might do that in weeks to come. So Tim, so what have we got? Obviously still looking like it's going to be a warm week and warm. What have we got lined up for the next couple of weeks? Have you got any ideas, or just very much a day by day process and see what happens?
I mean, with all this water going on the greens, you're causing a thatch build-up. It's inevitable. Grass grows and dies back and grows and dies back, and those dead and decaying shoots form your thatch. So we're looking at the possibility of either a verticut or even a light scarify next week. If we could, we'd like to follow that with a dust in the sand again, another top dressing. And they need a feed. The greens will be ready for their next feed come next week. So
the feed is the feed, the blue stuff that we put on and make sure you
the blue stuff is the dye, which enables us to see where we sprayed, if we've missed any, if a nozzle's blocked, it shows up with the dye. That normally washes out in a couple of days. It's a slow release liquid fertiliser. And it normally lasts about a month. So through the growing season, we put 4 on through the main growing months. So there's one of those due next week.
Even though there's a warm weather, there's always something to do. There's a green keeper.
Yeah, I mean, we're getting into holiday season now. I think the next 3 weeks I've got somebody off every week for the next 3 weeks. So we're getting into holiday season.
Perfect. Anyway, thanks Tim. Getting some shade. I needed lunch, so have some lunch and get some shade. Thanks Tim.
Okay.
And that's it for this week's newsletter. It's a hot one, guys. We'll sum up first. We've had Tim on there talking about the weather. We've had me playing Loch Lomond in the simulator, me down the practice area, talking about the new group sessions coming up. Also, I had to mention him one more time. My dad winning. Come on, Dad. We've also, in between filming all the newsletters, we had members' night, which was last night. So I will put a couple of photos next to me. So that was me doing the putting competition. It was £2 for 3 goes, and you had to get the ball to land on the note. I did it on the newsletter a couple of weeks ago. So we did that. That was really good fun. I think a lot of people enjoyed that. We had no winners. And we also had the prize members next to me, as you can see. So well done to Steve Jones, Graham Dunphy and Rob Hawthorne, who were all there to win the raffles. And went to Barbara Deakin, who won the golden ticket. And next draw night will be Thursday, the 14th of August. Guys, if you're planning this weekend, please make sure that you have plenty of water, plenty of fluids, keep you hydrated. Put the umbrellas up if you've got it as well to keep yourself in the shade. Put the sunscreen on, put your sun lotion on, and be protected. Have a good weekend, everyone. Come down, come and play golf. If you don't, come and have a drink on the patio. It's lovely, as you can see. Have some food, have something to eat, and enjoy your weekend, guys. And I'll see you all next week.